The best chats are always the unscripted ones. There are interesting stories all around us, and here's one of them.
Open your eyes, spectacular's right in front of you.
Oh yeah, this is totally unscripted, so we never know where this is going to go.
Dangerous.
This is the unscripted perspective.
Turn the volume
And
up.
here's your host, Phil Parker. Phil Parker. Phil Parker. Phil Parker.
Well, hello. It is another unscripted perspective with me, your host, Phil Parker, and an amazing guest. We've been prepping all week. I've been preparing everyone all week. It's one of those amazing things. I have an incredible band, Recess. Welcome to the show, guys.
How's it going?
This is kind of a special occasion because we're going to have a sneak peek at your new single coming out, and all your fans are already tuning in. My gosh, the viewers are racking up there. Lee Payton, thank you so much for tuning in early. There you go.
What's up? He couldn't be here. He's in Columbus.
That's all right, Lee. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. So this is a big occasion for me because I'm starting to go down that road of having more and more musicians on. We're actually starting a side project which I'm going to filter this interview into as well, which is Unheard Melodies is the new project. But this is crazy. I've been listening to your music this entire time, and all I can think of is, why is it like that we haven't heard of these guys before?
Today's the day.
Today is the day. Today is the day. So for those who don't know who you are, let's go through the band, the singer, names and all that kind of stuff, and Elephant Man on the end there as well.
So this is Vince. I'll let him do his own introduction.
My name is Vincent Fondale. I've been singing since I was 2, and I met these guys when I was 8. I never met this guy before until now.
So
Hilarious.
I'm Anthony. I produce and write and play keys. He's my brother, and I also figured that out today.
Nice.
And yeah, that's my job.
Awesome.
My name is Alex. I play guitar. I've known these guys since I was 9 years old.
Wow.
So kind of grew as part of the family. So yeah, I just play guitar and
Just play guitar. You just play guitar. It's just guitar. I love
That's
the
just how it
humble
is.
attitude. You guys are amazing. I guess let's start in the beginning. I mean, how did it all start for you guys? I mean, you've been playing since you were pretty young. I know Tracy, who couldn't be on the show tonight because she's not really a band member, but she is kind of a band member. She's behind the scenes and everything. She was telling me that you started pretty young and everything. What drove you towards being in music to start off?
Well, go ahead.
Well,
Go ahead.
my family's been in music for ever since we were born. My dad's been in the bands.
His has.
Yeah, all of our dad and his dad has been in bands for years, over 30 years, and kind of grew up with it and took a hold of it, started writing music, and just built up to what we are now.
It's incredible stuff. I mean, the writing of the music. We're going to get into some songs as well that my faves, and then we'll kick into the new single as well. But what about yourself, sir? In the middle, the middleman here. What brought you into the music?
My origin story is really funny and anticlimactic. So they were in a band, and their keyboard player left. And I was just, I was a kid who played Sega and just
Yes, I love Sega. Yeah, Sega's cool. Yeah.
chicken nuggets. And my dad's like, "Do you want to play keyboard?" And I was like, "I don't know how." And he's like, "Just do this." And the first song I learned was Home by Daughtry. I just played the single notes. And he's like, "So do you want to do it?" I was like, "Okay." And
Wow.
And then now I'm old.
Wow. That's amazing. And what about Elephant Man on the end here? What's going on? How did that all
Truly the
happen?
Elephant Man. Me and Vincent met at it was a talent show essentially. Our parents both separately saw it in the paper when I was 9 and he was 7, and both of us have been like I've been playing guitar since I was 4. Vincent has been singing his whole life, and there was a ad in the paper for trying to find talented kid musicians, and it was at the Cleveland Agora, and they liked both of us, and we both we were doing stuff in Michigan, but we were like, we live 40 minutes from each other. Let's start a band in Cleveland as well. And that's how Recess came about. And then it originally was just Vince's, his dad, Tony, just some of his bandmates had kids that knew how to play a little bit, and we added them. And then,
And then there were 3.
Yeah. Did we have a keyboard player? I don't even think we had a keyboard player. I think that we were looking to do some songs that had keyboard in it, and we were like, Anthony, hey, do you wanna play keyboards? And because I remember me and Vince would have practice, but I always was like, man, I want practice to be over so I can go upstairs and play Modern Warfare 2 on Anthony's Xbox.
He played guitar. He played guitar like this.
Yeah, yeah, because I couldn't.
Because it was like this big compared to him.
So it's kind of a crazy origin story because I don't know of many bands that have started since they were kids. I mean, one of my favorites is the 1975. I know they started when they were.
Other one I know is AJR. I think I.
Yeah, they're awesome too. Yeah.
Well, it's funny talking about like our origin story. Our second show we played at a mall in Ohio, and we just played like a Journey song. We were playing like our dad's music, and that video went like super viral back then.
Oh, dude.
It was pretty crazy.
A million views on the front page of Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo.
We've
Yahoo
always
video.
it's funny. We have like a weird it's kind of like a funny little thing. We're always like we get so close. So like when Yahoo Video was like hitting, like it was like one of the biggest. It was like the first, like, how during quarantine like TikTok really shot up. Like it was popular before that, but it really became like number 1 during quarantine. And Yahoo was hitting just like that, and our video was like front page. Like you open it up, that's the first thing, and like literally overnight we got 500,000 views, and right around 750,000. They literally got rid of Yahoo Video completely. Like
we were the last one.
We were literally
it just died.
It's literally
We are the titans of Yahoo Video.
Yeah, like. We're like, who are the guys that created Facebook like before Facebook, and they're all pissed, and they had like that's like us. We're like pissed. We're like, oh, we had this idea. It was gonna be good. No.
Yeah, like MySpace. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
But
Sponsored.
It had to happen a certain way, I think, and it took us. I mean, it took us a long time to kind of make our own thing, rather than be known as just a cover band, which we were known as for a long time. So to get out of that, it was hard enough, and we didn't even really actually go viral. So it kind of happened, I think, in the way that we. Well, I mean, not.
Yeah, it couldn't have worked out any better, really.
Yeah,
so,
really.
Yeah, you guys have a great catalog of music. And what I love, and I say this to a lot of the artists that I have on, what I love is going through your back catalog and seeing the growth in the music, starting the beginning and just kind of hearing the transcendence of the songwriting and where the music's going, and the elements that you add into the music and everything. It's pretty amazing. Lee Payton wants you to put on the mask in honor of him, Alex.
Lee is I don't know if you've seen our new picture. The Snakes couldn't be present tonight, but Lee is the masked man in that photo. He's been playing drums with us just recently.
Well, Lee, I'm sorry that you couldn't make it, buddy, but I'm glad that you're watching.
I got this for him.
There you go. Perfect. Right there. Perfect. I love it. Awesome. Thank you, Lee, for tuning in. What's amazing for me is just like we go through your catalog and everything, and it's the style of writing and everything. Who are your biggest influences? Because you guys obviously write collectively, I would imagine. Where's that influence coming from?
Our earliest influences when we first started writing, and they always change over time, but they were One Republic, Ed Sheeran, Imagine Dragons, but still, bands like that. And then we started like, we always really liked Disney movies, like theme songs and like soundtracks. So we're like, what if we just made our stuff like big like that, just like the Lion King theme song, like Home Away from Home. Let's make it big, choirs, boom, blah, stuff that. And that's really where it came from.
It's awesome. And when you say all those bands, it's like, because honestly, all day today, I'm like, who could you guys even be compared to, or what is the style that? All I can tell you is that it's like just a happy rock band. It's like the 90s rock is back, and it's just really hip and it's cool, and it really it's full of life. That's the best way to describe your music. Is every time you hear a song, there's a vibe or a theme to it, but it's always like upbeat or has good feeling behind it. There's a track that you guys have. Forgive me, I'm trying to remember the name of it. We're gonna go through it anyway, but Tracy.
If you describe it, I could tell you.
Tracy told me you wrote it about dementia, which
yes. So it's loosely, it's more, it's a kind of a relatable song, but that's where the idea, like lyrically, came from.
And my own mother's going through that right now, and it's just like, when you hear this stuff, every track and every piece of music written today, no matter who's writing it, somebody's going to get something out of it different. That it means something to everyone, in some fashion. Like some people, it could be their wedding song, and other people, it could be something that reminds them of their dad or whatever. And so all of your music is so well written and has this feeling behind it where it could literally be for anyone. And I think the song that we're going to listen to first, which is my favorite right now, even though I have listened to Rust, I do like that as well. The Woke Up in California is just this upbeat song. It's got a lot of listens, actually, now that I'm looking at it on Spotify. But and just for the record, everyone that's watching, I do support all other streaming platforms. I just happen to subscribe to Spotify, so that's why I listen on Spotify.
Same here.
So Woke Up in California is the one I'm going to play just a little snippet of for the guys. And for those who are listening, the ticker's going across. If you got questions, just like Lee has questions, I'm sure they're going to go on blast now. Like Lee's going to start asking all these questions like, hey, why didn't you let me do this one day?
He knows all things. He doesn't need to know any more things.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
He's seen a couple of us in our underwear. He doesn't need anything else. Shared a whole hotel room.
All right, so here we are. I'm gonna play a snippet of "Woke Up in California," and what I want people to note is this: even at the start, it's like, oh man, this is a shit right here. We're gonna have fun with this. It's just a really good upbeat song. So here we go.
You hit me up again and spent another day in my bed. Woke up in California, your perfume bubbling. It spent another day in my head. My body, your aroma. You said it's harder to love when you're someone else. The more you wander, the more that you find yourself. 'Cause I never wanna lose a friend. But I can't stand to sit here on my own again. And baby, I never wanna lose a friend. But I can't stand to sit here on my own again. You left me all alone, but spent another day in my phone, asking me to come over. Your love is skin and bone. Oh, you want my body upon your own. And I wish I could ignore you, but no.
All right, I went a minute and 22 seconds in. I think that's fair. I could listen to the whole song, to be honest, and have no issues with that. But we have to, in interest of time and everything else that we're going to listen to tonight, I don't have time to do that. But it's just an amazing song. And going back to the singer, look at you trying to hide there. It's like, dude, your voice is awesome. I love it. It's so good. And when you put a face to the voice, sometimes it's like, really, you do that? Like, holy shit, that's amazing. Like, it's just so crazy. You have a vision of somebody and you don't realize, and it's just, yeah, dude, you're awesome. So well done.
I used to have a fedora, so
So now you can think about that when you listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm lost for words now. I really don't know what to say.
Isn't that the first thing anybody thinks about when they hear "Woke Up in California"? They're like, "That dude wears a fedora. I know it. I know he does."
it's funny because I have all of it, and I hope one day we get to play like a huge stadium and I could pull it out and just start.
No, we hope one day he doesn't do that.
We hope one day it collects all the dust of the basement.
Yeah, I love Lee is just like trolling us with elephants right now. Mike Carroll, Recess is so unique in their music. I think it would just blow up if their songs were played on the radio. Yeah, Woke Up in California.
Oh no,
yes.
Mike loves Woke Up in California. We know Mike. Mike loves that bass, that dance.
Levels. That's the only song I think about when I think of Mike.
Yeah, look, again, it's such a great song. It really does make you feel good. It's got, I mean, the voice is amazing. You know, just everything ticks. What kind of inspires your music? Where do you get your creative? What's your creative process? I suppose
Some songs are storied, like just stories, like Recess, just mythology. That one was actually, we played a show at the Viper Room in California, and we were on Santa Monica Boulevard. That's where we stayed, and that's when we wrote the song. It was just like palm trees, and like you saw, like,
Well, that and we, it really clicked when we were actually on our way home from. Remember, we were on our way home from playing at a country club.
yeah, melodically and instrumentally, we just finished a show in a country club in Ohio, and that's where we came up with like the idea for it, like melodically. But
Right.
the lyrics are from our trip from California.
nice. I mean, it's all good stuff.
We wanted that GTA main screen vibe.
Yeah, no, it feels that way. Feels that way. We got our first question from Natalie Reardon. I think Natalie might have some Irish connections there with that name like Reardon. Welcome, Natalie. What's y'all's favorite song to play live?
This is a hot topic here.
That we're all gonna have different answers.
That's cool. Go left to right or right to left, however you want to do it. Go for it.
Go
Good
ahead.
start, Vince. Wrong.
It's hard to think about because this is kind of like an off.
You have to say one that's out too. You can't say one that's not out yet. We like to play our songs that aren't released like 6 months before they're out.
Well, then
Yeah.
at the moment right now, it would be What's the Gain?
Wow. Okay, that is now. To be fair, that is not something I expect. I do like What's the Gain, but there's so many other vocally. What's the word I'm looking for? Like complex songs that you do a lot more with your voice on. But hey, What's the Gain? That's awesome. Yeah, that's a really good choice. What about yourself, sir?
I would say it's a tie between What's the Gain and Leaving Home. Just because they're orchestral. When we play them live, it's just like What's the Gain? I instantly rip my shirt off and start like slamming myself around the stage and just. I actually, for our next show, I'm buying a fake sword, and there's that speech in the middle. I'm raising it up and I'm holding it up, and it's gonna glimmer in the light.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Nice. All right, sir, you're up.
So this one's tough because there's songs that I really like that are like just fun, and then there's like I really think like as a I don't know, there's songs I like for different reasons, but I think my favorite is Home Away from Home, and the reason is that we've been playing the song for like 2 or 3 years, well 4 years. That's one song that we played for like a long time before it could come out. COVID kind of put a wrench in that for a while for the production, but it's just the song doesn't sound like much stuff, and when we perform it live, it's just an attention grabber. and there's something about I think I'm doing, and watching people like, and you see like all I saw. I remember we played at the Foundry in Cleveland, and it's a small room, but I remember like in between, and we have our intro, which gets people to kind of look, but people, you know, are kind of surprised by that first verse, and then choom, I think I'm doing, and when it comes in, just seeing people's heads start to go like this and go like, wow, like this is really something different. Like that feeling, it gets me chills every time. So I think that's my favorite when it comes to, and then I just like Woke Up in California because I get a solo. That's really, that or Leaving Home. But besides that, like I think Home Away From Home is definitely my number one.
So you're not going to be surprised then when I say that Home Away From Home is one of my faves as well. So, I mean, I feel like there's a trend because your popular songs on Spotify are ones that obviously I've gravitated towards because that's the, you know, as you go through the playlist of your music. But there's a reason why there's a lot of plays on these songs. It's because they're resonating with your fans and they're connecting with certain people. But I think Home Away From Home is definitely one of those ones that you're just like, yeah, I like this song. You know, it's good stuff.
And I think Home Away From Home is the easiest one to like really, for real. Like it's there's nothing like, you know, where certain songs might have a certain niche of people that really, really like it. But Home Away From Home, I think, out of the general population is just like one of those ones that's pretty enjoyable.
Well, it's just happy.
I think.
You don't get a lot of just generally happy sounding songs, you know.
Right, for sure. Thanks, Lee, for giving us your take. Poor guys, it's just like, well, I'm part of the band too, guys. What about me? Yeah, I mean, to be honest, thanks for that, Lee. I was actually going to ask you anyway, so you kind of read my mind a little bit, which is kind of scary. But Home Away From Home, yeah, that's awesome. And you know what? It's the one we're going to play a quick clip of as well, just because I feel like a quick clip doesn't do it justice. But for the fans that are watching, you know, you're going to know the song. But anyone who doesn't not necessarily know the song, go and listen to it. I mean, these guys crave your listens because in this weird world that we live in of music streams or what kind of get they need your 3 cents per stream.
I didn't care
Give
about
us
the money.
Give us the fraction of the pennies. We need it.
We need the pennies.
Give us the pennies. I'm really thirsty. Give me your stream.
Give us the pennies.
Yeah, it's like Lord of the Rings kind of Schmeagol kind of stuff. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the next song we're gonna just do a quick snippet of is Home Away From Home. So let's give it a crack.
Home is just a little hideaway. I'll be there every single day, here for you. Home resides a million miles away, but lives with me eternally when I'm with you. Every day is getting better when I'm not alone. I've lived my life in stormy weather, but it makes you grow. I think I'm doing the right thing, but I can't do it alone. And I never leave this town. I feel it sick with you around the horizon. I feel it deep in my bones. And loving you don't got to go, but I love to be your home away from home.
So not to cut it short, but that is such a great feeling song. You hit the nail on the head. Really, it's one of those ones where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, that's such a good feel. It's got everything to it. It's like it's really appropriate for the times that we're in right now. You know, it's like everyone's worried about what they're doing, whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing, and it's like you know, offending people and all that kind of stuff. It's just such a great feel of a song. So well done. That's really a home run for me. So moving on. So you know, your creative processes, your kind of your storytelling and everything. What do you think the hardest or one of the hardest things that you've gone through thus far in your career? Like, has there been a moment where you're just like, guys, you know, we're just not famous yet. Like, what's going on? Like, do you need to...
This song.
I would say that definitely COVID hit everyone hard. It hit us because the studio we went to got shut down. He had to move places. The release we were gonna have, we had so much momentum building up, and it just kind of to get it like shut up, like basically cut off. And like for 2 years, like before then, we were like playing festivals. We were playing like state fairs. We were like gonna go to Canada. We were gonna play like a music week in Canada, and like we were getting ready for a big year, and just boom, shut down.
it killed
Everything shut
didn't it?
down, and it was just kind of. We've been through the weeds before. We've been together for 15 years, so we've been like, we have gotten like money
questioned
basically.
ourselves more than
We
once.
have gotten money basically taken from us, but learned our lessons and stuff.
Right,
and
right.
But that was one of the hardest ones because we had our EP we were trying to record and get released that year, and getting that cut off. But then after we're like, you know what? We're just gonna go with the flow. We're gonna be at home. We're gonna do live stream shows. We'll do whatever we need to do, and then we'll pick up the pieces after. And I feel like the past year we've actually done it pretty well, in my opinion. So
Well, the big thing too is starting off like really young. You kind of like you kind of have to watch yourself from like an outer lens. Like you grow into yourself. So like being 12, I started when I was 12. I started producing when I was 14. Just that writing, and then like progressing into like, because I produce us now, into like where it started to now, all that knowledge you have to take in. Like I was interning with people. I was like from our friend Alexis's podcast with you guys, Freddie taught me like everything. I would sit with him and just help him do sessions. I would do our own.
Wow, yeah.
And it was just a lot of growing, and I think we finally hit that spot where we grew into who we are.
It's awesome. That's really cool. That's really cool. One of the things that I've noticed a lot recently is artists supporting other artists, and it's pretty amazing. Like something that obviously we spoke a little bit about a project that I'm working on right now, which it's very community orientated. Like the music industry, while everyone's like, oh man, why would you want like to be like supporting somebody else, but like everyone has a different vibe, everyone has a different song, everyone's doing their own thing. So there's about 10 bands that I'm looking to bring on the show, and they're all supporting each other, and they're all doing something like, hey, do you want to come tour with me and all that. Is there that camaraderie within where you're at, or are there certain artists that you have a connection with? Obviously Alexis is one of them, but like do you find that camaraderie within the industry as well?
Well, it's crazy because in 2019 and like earlier, like before lockdown, we were on a TV show. We were playing like all across like the U.S. We were doing a lot of like spot shows like Virginia, New York, stuff like that. And when we came back, we decided to really focus on our hometown. And after that happened, our hometown itself focused on local artists at the same time. So we've been here for a while, but these other artists around us have grown into like, now we feel like they're with us, and there has been a community that's built up in Cleveland, like Alexis. Like we just did a short tour with City Mouth. They're from Illinois, but that was an awesome show. Marcus Smith, he was a resident rocker at the Rock Hall. He
Awesome.
plays live guitar for Alexis.
yeah, and like it's weird too how like even I've met people from TikTok, like Songstress Joe. She was also a resident rocker, and I met her guitar player and drummer on TikTok, and I messaged them, and they ended up being like only 2 hours, but like still just like 2 hours away from us. And when you meet someone online, you don't expect to like them to be that close,
Right.
So you're
right.
like, so it's just nice to see that there's a community around us, and that every time we have a show, we're all just in it together. It's not really like
100%.
it's just like we're all in it together. We're all there to have a good time. We're all there to bring to bring everyone we can so they could have a good time too and listen to some music they might not have never have heard before. So
Yeah, you're 100%. I mean, I'm connecting with artists. One in particular, most recently, is Benjamin Taylor. I'll definitely share his music with you guys after for sure.
please do.
And he's one of those people like people just assume just because you have Spotify that you've made it. Like you've got a profile on Spotify and you're doing really well and stuff. But he shared with me, he's got he just got married and he's wanting to have a family and the music isn't necessarily paying the bills. So he there's been a few times where he thought he was going to hang up the mic, and it's when you hear that and you listen to the music and you're like, really, dude, like you're going to do that? Like it's sometimes it's sad and you kind of want it. And that's where the supporting the artist, like I'm doing with you guys, and giving a platform to just, hey, like share this, do TikTok. I've been following a lot of TikTok artists who didn't get signed and they're just gone 1 million views. And you're just like, holy shit, that's the way to do it now. So I feel like the support from other artists is the way to go and the big step forward. Which is it's important for everyone, I think, just to kind of because for me, my favorite thing is finding new music. So when Alexis was like, "Hey, I know this band. I'm sure they'd love to be on the show," and then I was like, "Yeah, shoot me some details," and it was like, "Damn, you're kidding me!" Like, I'm more honored than you guys are at this stage. I'm starstruck when I meet bands and stuff because I'm in the car rocking out and singing along and stuff, and then all of a sudden I have the opportunity to chat with you. So, this is a moment that like I was joking with you earlier about the songs that you've written and my 5-year-old like singing along. I always play the music in the house. It's about the family and getting everyone dancing and stuff. And so people always ask me, "Oh man, why is it that you love the music so much?" It's because it's a memory. Like they create memories. It's like going back to what we were saying earlier. Every song has a meaning, and my almost 2-year-old is bouncing around to Baby Shark. I want to make that go away, So anything is better than that,
Anything else, please.
Exactly.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. That's a banger.
Yeah, right. And they've made so many versions of that song. I feel like is it Pink Funk or whatever they're called have just made millions. I don't know how they do it, but the other song that I love the most, the one that really just every time I hear it, it's just one of those songs that grabs you. Like any point of the song, I can just, oh my god, that's awesome. Is When the Sky Comes, and there's so many elements of this, and singing wise, I mean, you're knocking it out of the park. You got instrumentals, you got all this stuff going on in the song, and like you were saying, the production is what you focus on a lot because you were talking about Disney and stuff earlier, but it really is a feel of production. It's like, imagine that live. Like I can't, like you need to come awesome. You need to come to Oregon, for God's sake. This is I don't have the money to travel, so I need to get you booked over here. We're gonna have to find some venues for you. But When the Sky Comes is really, really cool. So I'm gonna play a little bit of that, and then I think it's time we start teasing people about this new single. I mean, you've been playing or you've been posting some stuff about things that are coming out, and I think most people know now that it's called Rust. So I've been following your Instagram and all that stuff. So for those of you still like hanging on the edge of your seat here, we are going to hear a little bit of that song. So, but first, one of my faves, When the Sky Comes. Now it's mixing in. Oops, there we go.
All I remember is us putting together this stupid cloud for that.
I watched a video yesterday. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, I know.
I wake up every morning with the feeling that the one is gone, and I won't lie, I'm performing, and I feel like that I'm never gonna get home. Living as a beast that we both succumb, but every high comes crashing down, and we'll be alive when the sky comes, when the sky comes falling down. I wanna feel you and hear you calling my name. I wanna be there when the sky comes falling down. I wanna see you, there may be no other way. I gotta be there when the sky comes falling down. When the sky comes falling down.
I left it till the dance part just because
to.
Yeah, I have to. It's like it's a must.
You know, that song is the song that I show people when I try to explain to them, like, how I'm trying to learn how to write songs, because they write the melodies and stuff like that. I've been trying to, like, learn how to write, and to me, like, that's, like, the perfect song when it comes to, like, how to write a melody. Like, because, like, I think, and there's nothing wrong with certain songs that do the same melody over and over again, but the way that the melody is just, like, and I didn't write any of this, so this is me praising them, but it's the da 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 stop da 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 da.
He's getting into the science.
It's all just like, but it's like it's controlled. There's pauses. It's just like that's like the perfect song. So I always show people that song when I show like how I want to write music.
And I always think of Chicken Little during that. I cannot stop thinking of it.
I more think of Remy from Ratatouille, but we'll talk about that later, I guess.
I love that. I love that.
I'm just saying what everyone is thinking, and I know what they're thinking.
A frightful chicken.
Oh my gosh.
I recently watched it, and I didn't realize at the beginning, it just starts like that, like the sky's falling, and then they just go, "You're lying," and they start making movies about him, making fun of him, like literal movies, full out movies. And then after, when they realize he was telling the truth, they're like, now it's like a big like buff chicken. He's like, "We'll save the world."
Wow. Okay.
The sky was not actually falling.
We know what he does in his spare time. It's watching Chicken Little, but. For the fans, I think that's a great direction to go. What do you guys like? What do you do in your free time? Obviously, you're playing on Xbox and PlayStation. We've just heard that, but Mr. Sega in the middle there. But you know what kind of fills up your time, because you know you're obviously busy with music and writing and all that kind of stuff. But how do you kind of de-stress, relax, just get in the relaxation mode? I know for me it's like Xbox the entire time, but you know.
What game? What's your favorite game?
I'm a bit of a COD dude. Yeah, I'm all about COD. So, but I play a lot of FIFA as well, because being from Europe, you know, soccer is my thing. So
FIFA's fun, dude.
Yeah, it is.
I like the soccer crowds. Oh, crazy! You ever hear? Do you know the artist Armin van Buuren?
Yes.
Armin van Buuren. Yeah, he has a. They have a whole. If you heard the song "Blah Blah Blah," they have a soccer stadium. Dude, we have here, dude. It's so dope.
Yeah,
it is so dope.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. So you're a bit of a COD dude. I already know that. But what about the rest of you? Like, what are you filling your time with?
Go ahead, you could start.
I mean, I used to play COD when it was like Modern Warfare 2, 3. I don't do much. I'm a huge introvert. And not in a cool way. I'm not doing it to be like, like I'm like mysterious. No, like literally like, I don't drink. I don't go. It's really just mostly like hanging out, watching YouTube. That's really most of what I do.
You're so not an introvert, though. I know that you think that, but you're so not.
No, I'm really comfortable with this, with my band when I'm on stage, and even on stage, I'm trying to get out there more, like the way that I perform. But I'm very comfortable with this and the things that I know, and sucks. I've missed out on a lot in my life, I know for sure, but hopefully, this makes things better, easier, and it has so far.
I just love that you love the science of the music. I love that, you know, you talked about the song creation and the writing and everything. I think it's inspirational for people who are watching and wanting to create or do something similar, because you're geeking out on stuff that they're probably not even thinking about, and you're like, yeah, you know what, that's a cool idea. So that's really cool. So while you say you've missed out on stuff, I think everyone has their niche and stuff that excites them, and I think that you may have missed the other things, but the things that you focus on have definitely attributed to your talent and what you're doing. So well done there.
Thank you.
Moving on, sir, what do you fill your time with? You're now just going to be like, yeah, I just play Xbox, dude.
Yeah. Well, I'm mostly outside of music. I'm a gym bro. I spend 2 hours in the gym a day. It's what I love to do.
You were texting me and you were in the gym. It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
I was every day. I'm in there.
One AirPod in.
No, two. I gotta
Two?
shut out the world.
Yeah, shut out the world.
I'm a gym bro. My favorite game's The Witcher. I'm a big Witcher fan. I have a White Wolf necklace where the eyes glow.
Nice. You watched the show on Netflix?
Oh yeah, up to season 2. And then I stopped.
Yeah, it's kind of crappy. They changed the actor, and I got bored, and I was like, all right, that's enough.
Geralt is my Master Chief. You don't play with my Master Chief. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I do that. I do a lot of random stuff, like I don't know. I always answer the phone, and I'm always like, sure, all the time. So I end up doing just the most weird, random stuff all the time. I'll be like, oh no, I'm 3 hours away feeding a cow.
I feel like that's how you got on this podcast, though, because I know Tracy was just kind of texting you going, hey, and then it's like, sure. And then, do you care if it's late? Yeah, whatever.
Yes, we're there. We're there.
Like, Mike is, I don't know whether he's talking about you camping in video games or if you camp.
No.
Yeah,
No, we are not
campers.
campers.
Oh, man. That guy, he just camps the whole time.
He sniped me 8 times. No, we do go to a campground. Mike is there, and we're always jamming around the campfire.
That's cool. That's awesome. I actually love that because, growing up, that's what in Ireland it was very similar. I never learned guitar and always wanted. In fact, one of my anniversary gifts is a guitar with our anniversary on it, and I still mean to learn. But it's the best feeling in the world is just chilling with a campfire, like sitting around just singing, someone playing either anything. It could be
Wonderwall.
Wonderwall. There you go. Perfect.
Or that song the angry guitar player plays.
But hey, so so you referenced Wonderwall. What's your favorite version of Wonderwall?
The Wonderwall one.
The Oasis, the original one.
So for me, I think Ryan Adams is amazing, and I think his iteration of that song just proves that it doesn't matter who creates or who's writing the music. When you reimagine something, you can make it your own, and I think it's really cool when that happens. And I see people all the time on YouTube, and you're talking about being on YouTube all the time, just watching videos. When people like cover your music and they reimagine and do something different with it, it's an amazing thing, because you're just like, wow, I never thought of that. Like one of my
biggest one has got to be Hurt, the Johnny Cash version.
Oh,
the 9 Inch Nails cover.
Yes.
Oh, dude, just his voice, like how he sings it, it's so gritty that it almost like changes the feeling of the song. I mean, the original is gritty itself, but
I mean, there's a radio station in Ireland, and they used to bring in artists, and live they'd have to sing or do a version of songs like, and the Frames, who Glenn Hansard, you probably know who he is because the Once movie and all that, but the Frames did a version of Britney Spears, Toxic, and there was another one as well. And it was just like, what is happening right
awesome.
now? Like, it was just so acoustic. It was everything. It was just so really cool. So yeah, it's always fun just hearing different iterations and stuff. I don't know how we came to this subject, but anyway.
That's okay. We digress.
Moving to the singer, the soul, the voice of the whole show here. What is filling your time up?
So I probably do most of the most random things. Like recently, so it depends on the season. So I'll snowboard as winter's coming up. I do work at like a ski place during the summer. It's so fun. I mean, if anybody has a chance to work at a ski place, it honestly is really fun. I would
That's
highly
cool.
recommend it. But so I do that during the winter. During the summer, I like to garden. I have my own garden. I'm still trying to make it self-sustaining because going on the road and trying to handle a garden at the same time is hard.
He is where I get all my pickles.
We should just call him Pickle Rick. That's what we should call him. That'll be the
Pickle
Rick.
Vince.
Yeah, Pickle Vince. There you go. Pickle Vince. Oh, damn.
cool.
There it is. There it is.
Good to see.
We always do the Roblox face because we play random games, so we'll just randomly play Roblox, and we all have the face that's like
Wow, that's hilarious.
Pickle Vince.
What's even funnier about that is my 5-year-old plays Roblox, and I'm just, it's like there's any game you can imagine is in there.
I
Like,
know, dude.
You just type in anything.
Roblox, when it first came out, I hopped on it because I'm always playing random weird games. And, like, have you ever heard of VMK? It was Disney's version of an MMO in, like, the early 2000s. I was on it. Instantly
Wow.
on it. But when Roblox first came out, there was, like, it was almost unregulated. So I was playing Pokemon versions of Roblox games, and it was straight up Pokemon. They were just running around beside you, and it was the best thing on the planet. Now I have to play Bloxymon, but you know, you make do with what you got.
Just a fun fact. Roblox has this football game, the American football game where like you basically play football, but it's without like the line and stuff like that. But when it first came out, I think
He was number 689th.
I was actually number 1
in the town.
I was number 1 at QB.
God.
I was the number 1 QB, and I would make them give me the ball. But
Nice.
speaking of games though, like I do play Rocket League.
Oh yeah, that's a
Big
good.
Rocket.
I actually love that because it's my little boy Rory is into soccer because I'm a soccer guy. Like I love soccer. So you know, my team is Manchester United, and so I love it when he references things to do with soccer, and he goes to soccer on Saturdays. We take him, and it's just really cool. But Rocket League is everything he loves. It's cars and soccer. It's like what the fuck?
And physics.
Who
Everybody
came
loves
up- yeah, and
physics at 5
physics
years
as
old.
And now Lightning McQueen.
Yes, Lightning McQueen is his thing as well. Yeah.
He's in Rocket League now.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. So he hasn't really been playing it much because of all the like the Mario Kart like forged things that are happening right now. You got Disney and you got a bunch of other ones that are trying to do Mario Kart. But anyway, Natalie is just with the questions tonight. Thank you, Natalie. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. And great question too. If you could choose any artist or band to collaborate with, who would you and why? And I think we might separate this up a little bit. Like, so go left to right or right to left, however you want to do it.
I'm going to start this one. My dream collab is with Baby Metal because it would be insane. It would be strings and booms and pows and then just diddle 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 nuts. It would be nuts. That's mine.
Okay. All right, where are we going next? You just had to screw it up and go middle, and now we don't know where we're going.
Vincent can go.
Left or right, guys? Left or right?
Pick.
I haven't really thought about it much. Usually, I'm down to collab with anybody that like, just like, I don't know.
Well, we can come. You can think about it. And we can come
yeah,
back to you if you want. Yeah.
You come back.
For me, I
The
think
music
I think
scientist on the
there's
end.
there's people that I would just like really like to work with just because like it'd be cool to meet them, and then there's people that I actually think would make like a good like for real like. So I think somebody that would just be fun to work with is like Coldplay. Like that's like
Awesome,
my
yeah.
favorite
That's a good
band.
choice.
I got to introduce them a couple years ago.
Wow.
But the I think like Hans Zimmer, like his orchestra with us, dude. Recess Hans Zimmer live. Are you kidding me? It would be insane.
Yeah, totally.
dude.
That's
I mean
amazing.
that probably wouldn't be like the. It's not like the song would go #1 on the charts or anything, but I think that would just be like a cool,
Hans Zimmer's awesome.
cool collab. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? That is so far. This is why. This is another reason why I love you guys, because you're talking about stuff that is so creative. Like, it's not like the usual, oh man, I'd love to if Michael Jackson was still alive, I'd love to collab with him. Like, you're thinking way outside the box. Like, Hans Zimmer was the last on a long list of people that I thought you would say, and it's just really cool to hear the like, I just feel like we should just nickname you the musical scientist of the group, because
All of us,
his favorite
all of us are
band's
like,
Coldplay too, so the scientist would
there-
work.
see that you didn't think about that. See,
There
here
you
we
go. Yeah, perfect.
No, but I think all of us are really like that. Like, it all stemmed from like us sitting in and separately too. Like, ever since I was a little kid, like the Rocky theme song, like not even just the Rocky theme song because everybody listens to that one, but Going the Distance. Boom, orchestral stuff has always been really cool. And like
Yeah.
when they wrote Leaving Home, like that was something where it felt like a trailer, but with a really good melody over it. And so
Right.
like I've always liked that. Like Celine Dion's my favorite singer like ever. Like her voice. Like I like everything, and they're both like this too. Like they like
awesome.
you know we
Our
pan different
playlists
ways, but-
are weird.
yeah, all of our playlists are it's all different, but it's stuff that you know.
Did you
so.
think of something?
Did you find something?
yeah, Pickle Vince. Did you
I thought-
think of something yet?
Well, you see,
Well, I was kind of leaning towards like, because we both have an epic sound, so like AJR and us, so we
Wow.
both have like an epic type sound, but it's on two different spectrums. So they're the brass section, and like we're the string section for the most part. So I would be interested to see what we would come up together, because it might
Yeah.
just be like something.
What about
like,
Lee? Let's see if Lee is paying attention still, or if he fell asleep watching the show already.
He's playing 2K right now, and
yeah,
he's
like,
got the podcast
no,
right
dude,
here.
I got it listening right here, but I'll watch it later. It's all
Lee's
good.
been training to be good at Rocket League lately.
Natalie, if you're still watching, who do you think would be a good collaboration with them? Who would you like to see them collaborate with? Let's see if she's listening in. If she is, hopefully we'll get an answer there. And so, you know, we're getting close to the hour. I'm very conscious of the fact that you guys have stayed up late, and I really appreciate
oh,
you
you're
doing
good.
that.
We don't have work tomorrow except Alex.
Yeah, I don't even care. This is fun. We usually like don't have that much to say, but I think this is actually the most natural interview we've had in a while. It's
Cool.
always,
I appreciate that.
always fun. Yeah.
You know, we're getting to that time where I kind of promised something, and I guess I got to fulfill that promise now. Rust, tell us a little bit about Rust, the new single. Tell us as we're waiting to see if well, Lee, you are listening, and he did say Coldplay. Look at that. Isn't
you
that
said
awesome?
Coldplay?
I'd love to collab with Coldplay, all the lights and the colors and energetic music.
That's
would
why.
be
That's why
killer.
he's the elephant.
He is
That's
the
why.
elephant.
That's why we picked him.
He's the elephant. He's got the memory of an elephant too, because I didn't even remember
Never forgets.
I would have never remembered lights and colors and stuff like that. I love Coldplay anyway, but you know. But tell us a little bit about the song itself. Jesus, the elephants, guys! I'm telling you something. This is funny as hell.
Better start putting pickles in there.
Yeah. Pickle Vince, the
He's
scientist.
upset.
We gotta figure one out for you as well.
I don't
He's like,
need
no,
one.
no, I'm good.
Gave you a pickle.
The great garbanzo bean.
You know, I'd love if that stuck. Jesus, that'd be
It
funny.
won't, but it'll stick with us. There's so many like inside jokes that we have that are just like they're not even real jokes. They're just
The
like we say a
scientist
word.
Pickle Vince, and we'll just have to figure something. Oh well, look at that. Natalie said Coldplay as well. I think that would be really cool. Well, thank you, Natalie, for that input. It's nice to hear. I mean, maybe we should start tagging Coldplay in all these posts afterwards to see what'll happen. Digressing away from what we were trying to say. Rust is the single. Tell us a little bit about where that came from and what it's about, and then we'll give it a quick listen.
So Rust is, like I was talking about before, it's like a super story-driven song. It's just a story about a girl who moves to a big city in New York to try and become a model because it's her dream, and the industry just manipulates her in a horrible way, and the song goes sour. So like that's what the song's about, and it's literally just a story. We made it very, it's in minor, but it's very like, it's, I don't want to say dancey, but it's jumpy like that. It has that bass groove type thing, and a lot of weird sounds, and Asian inspired sounds. Like there's an erhu, there's a guzheng, there's a pipe ensemble, a DZ flute, like different like elements from different cultures, like we usually do, because it's just so cool blending them together. And that's basically the song.
I love that, and again, I love the science behind it all. You guys really, some people just write songs, and that's cool too. You know, Ed Sheeran. I listen to Ed Sheeran. He's one of my faves, just because he bust on the streets of Galway when I was growing up, and now he's this amazing sensation. I'm like, holy shit! Like, why couldn't I have just been friends with you when you were busking on the street? Why did I not throw you some more dollars and become friends with you? But legitimately, just the science behind what you're doing, and the intricacy of how you're describing it, like you're like all these different instruments and things. It's a huge credit to you and the intellect that your band holds, because a lot of people will say, oh yeah, bands back in the day, they do drugs and they do crazy shit, and they're with girls and stuff. That's so far from what's happening right now with music, and it's just an amazing thing to see people of your caliber just create great music. So I listened to this song earlier several times, and I have to say that it is another great song, and I feel like it's going to be a favorite with a lot of your fans. So I'm excited to hear what Natalie thinks of it, because I don't know if she's even heard it, but because I don't know if she's a friend or not, because you said that you secretly let people listen to stuff, and then but here we go.
Got her start in magazines, she's hot, a star, it's in her jeans, and she's loving it. Where everybody smokes cigarettes with blackened lungs, and souls at best burn serpent tongues around their necks, and she's loving it, yeah. And oh, laying naked on the floor, she thinks for a minute. If her life could handle more, she just wants to live it. Everybody's living on but happy. Get so high you won't look down below. Rust in her blood and she goes on. Rust in her blood and she goes on.
All right, I'm going to leave that where it is right there, because I don't want to ruin it for the big release, but I think that was a fair almost minute of the song, which is a lot more that's been released. So I mean, incredible. Like you're consistently making great music, and there are so many bands and artists out there that you can you buy an album, or you have an album, and you're like, there's 4 tracks on there you might like, and it's decent. I can honestly tell you that everything I've listened to throughout the weeks and everything has been such a Natalie, Um,
On.
I like going, right, stare blind, and she goes, on. Like, it has to be totally out of.
but everything I've been listening to through the last few weeks as we prepared, and before that, when I was first introduced to your music, it's just there's not a track on there that isn't likable. Like it's a conversation in itself that we're even talking about what our favorite track is, because it means that, you know, we've gone through your stuff and really kind of dug deep a little bit into what you're creating. But well done to you guys. I really hope and wish that in the next year, you know, we hear a lot more from you, that, you know, hopefully we can get some more tours. You know, obviously you got your own lives and stuff going on, but I'd love to see you in the Pacific Northwest if that ever happens. You're just talent personified in so many ways, and I love the fact that you know, you're excited about your own music as well, which is a huge thing considering you've been doing it for so long. You know, some people kind of just are doing it because it's their job, and you guys are doing it because you love it, and it's a huge testimony to you. So well done. I want to thank you for coming on the show tonight and giving me the opportunity to really put you guys on a center stage, even though you're probably used to that by now. And hopefully the viewers and everyone that's been listening and watching tonight, the green screen is a nice touch. Thanks, Lee. Just I want to thank you for doing the justice that you've given me of allowing you to put you on the stage. And I'm really hoping that, you know, from this, even not from this, if more people listen, if we've captured a few more fans just from viewers today, or even the TikToks or the little snippets that follow, I really hope and pray that we can see some more tours. Like, that's what I really want from you guys, is like you're everyone keeps telling me you're amazing live, so my wish for in the next year is to see you guys live. So
we just got off a tour recently. We have our last date coming up.
Yeah, she told me that. She told me that, and I was so she goes, yeah, they just finished touring. I was like, really? For how do
we'll be back super soon.
Break.
DM us 3 bands from your area that can pull 10 people, and give us your best venue, and we'll go out there. 100%.
That's awesome. Love it. Natalie, thank you for watching. Lee, you're the dude. I appreciate your awesome humor and everything that goes that has happened tonight. I think Lee is an amazing drummer, and I feel like we've almost kind of not spoken about him and what he gives to the band and everything, but just everything that goes on in the music that you make is just so amazing. I'm just really, really proud to say that you've been on the show, and I'll definitely be sharing the music forevermore and anything that comes out. Actually, the release date of the song, we never talked about that. When is that out?
November 24th, Black Friday, baby.
Which I didn't even realize. I'm gonna be at work all day. That's great. It's great.
Yeah,
credit card.
You know, it's like it's like that. I'm trying to remember the movie. The Wonders with Tom Hanks, and they're running down the street and they're listening to it on the radio. Like, those days are way gone, but like it drops on Spotify and you're like, oh my gosh! It's
Rust is the perfect, scary, intense song for your Black Friday shopping.
It really is. It really is.
In my head, I just, for some reason, I saw like a huge line outside of our house ready to come and start buying our stuff in our house.
You know, and I want to mention one more thing. A little bit ago when you asked, I have to mention this because I started laughing. I want people to know what I was laughing at. So when you asked what we do in our spare time, and it got to Vincent, and I started laughing. Like, it looked like I was being mean. Like, I was like laughing at what he likes to do. No, I just thought, I just imagined in my head, he goes, I like playing with my action figures and my toy trucks. And I thought that was really funny.
Well, he plays with his toy rocket cars.
I thought it would be funny if he's like, I like my toy trucks, and
I play with lights.
Like, it just made me laugh. So that's what I was laughing at.
And I want to add to thank you so much for having us on.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely,
yeah, it's been fun.
I appreciate you guys so much, and let's stay connected. I definitely want to make sure that I know when you guys are coming out this way. Sharon, my goodness, thank you so much for listening in. Yes, Recess are amazing, and what would you expect? Like, it's nice job every time, right? It's just pat in the back, everybody. There you go. Definitely go check out the website. It's where we can find out the most we want about Recess and just everything that's going on. www.recessbandofficial.com. This is going to be on YouTube to rewatch over and over and over. And in a few weeks, we'll have it all uploaded into Spotify, which then distributes it to everywhere else in the world. And on Spotify, the video will also be, it's actually a movie on Spotify. I never even realized they did that. And then they convert it into an audio file so everyone on iTunes and those Apple users can enjoy it as well.
Oh, I have one last clip. This is perfect. Hold on.
Go for it.
Hold on.
Oh boy. I'm the unscripted side of the show is really happening right now.
I can't hear
Everything gets unplugged, it
Oh, we
crashes, and
can't
there's
hear
a big
you. We can't
boom.
hear you. Oh God. Oh, this is not. Oh, this is not good. Oh, help.
This is my dog.
Oh,
This is Kaya.
look.
This is the one whining outside the door all night.
Yeah, and we never even heard, but wow. I
This
just
is
want
another
to
one of my free time hobbies. is
Free
this
time
expensive dog. that
the most
has to go to the
expensive
vet for
dog
ear
ever.
Infections all the time because she's allergic to everything.
Oh my goodness. Well, guys, I appreciate you sharing so much tonight. You guys are great people, great musicians. Like I said, let's stay connected. And thank you so much for being on the show. Guys, that's been another Unscripted Perspective, and what an epic one at that. Just for everyone, the big thing that's happening with the Unscripted Perspective is the musical side of it is going to evolve into something called the Unheard Melodies. So this is going to be converted and thrown into that mix as well. But I will tell you, the Unscripted Perspective is going to live on. It's going to have different interviews. It's going to have all sorts of stuff. But the musical side is going to be promoted through Unheard Melodies. And we're going to really start pushing more music and great artists like this. It's going to be the platform that we're going to use forevermore for the music. But Recess is the one kicking that off, because this is the announcement. This is the announcement that we're going to evolve into that. We're creating a Facebook community as well, so I'm going to encourage Recess to join that community, connect with fans and everything. And in the interest of support, big bands all over the country have already said that they're going to be part of that too, to connect and maybe tour as well. So that's another huge announcement. But until next time, guys, that has been another episode of the Unscripted Perspective. I do my best to get amazing guests, and I feel like I've definitely done that tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you again next time.
Thank you so much for listening, and be sure to leave us a rating or review on your favorite listening platform.
Be sure to keep in touch with us on Facebook and Instagram at
The Unscripted Perspective.
or you can visit us at
www.theunscriptedperspective.com.